Hundreds of Danish people have shared their payslips in Reddit over the past couple of months, and that's everyone from bus drivers to supermarket attendants to finance managers and even IT directors. And it's the real deal. Like, these are screenshots of actual payslips, so you can see how much people earn before and after taxes. And in this video, I took 20 to 30 of these payslips and I'm going to share them directly with you, so you can get again perspective of how much do real people earn here in Denmark. And I'm going to be saving the 100,000 plus salary for the very end, so you may want to stick around for that. Now, the place where I got all this data is from a subreddit called TK Finance. There's going to be a link down in the video description if you want to go and look for yourself. So what I did now is that I just opened some of the most interesting ones and we'll go through them. First one, I want to go through this one, which is the person who takes out the garbage. So the garbage truck person. And that person, as you can see here, earned in a normal month plus 3 Saturdays, 44,600-ish. There's a bunch of stuff here, but then at the end of the day, what they got in their pocket was this 30,000, which again, I don't know how much do garbage truck people earn in other countries, but looks quite okay. Then let's look at, as I said, IT director. So this is someone who has been earning close to 90,000 Danish krona. And that's again before taxes. They also get a car out of the company that they also need to get taxed on. And they get in hand close to 50,000, which again, 50,000 in hand, not bad, right? Then there's other one here for another director. This is client partnerships director for like a strategic company. Where you see their salary is 69,000. And they also get the canteen. You can actually see all the different calculations here. I'm just going to the main point here that they earn 69,000 and then how much they get in hand. So this guy gets, or this gal gets close to 39,000. Next up, you see someone who's a bit like more humble end of the spectrum, perhaps you could say. And this is someone who works in a shop and they earn 23,000, as you can see here. And then in hand that relies to 15,000. Moving on, we have here someone who's working in a supermarket. So you can see here, this was for September, and then their salary was a bit more than 20,000, and they got again close to 15,000. Moving on, again, this one is interesting as well. So someone who's 10 years after a PhD in, I guess this is molecular biology from a Danish university, they earn 33,000 and gets in hand close to 25,000, which, I don't know this specific person as well, right? But that looks quite low for considering how much education they have, which tells you a bit perhaps that, academia is not a place where you can go to get really good paychecks. Let's move on here, and it's a bit small, so I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. So this is someone who was working as a programmer with 20 years of experience, earning 56,000. Doesn't say what type of programming, or at least as it's in Reddit, you can see there's a lot of comments where the person will be asked questions and they would be answering the questions. So if you're, for example, here, actually the person says that he works as a C# programmer and does no more things beyond the things that he's doing or she's doing. And again, if you learn that you can speak Danish, or you can use a built-in Google Translate or whatever translate to see this, you can actually get more perspective of what these salaries are. Anyway, that said, let's move on to the next one, which is a software engineer, but this one is in August, and this one is really interesting. So the person earns 89,000 as a salary as a software engineer, and they get in hand close to, again, over 61,000. And I was like, how is it possible that they earn so much in hand? And then what the person was posting somewhere here is that they came in here to Denmark with this expat scheme, where it means that instead of having to pay the full taxes that normal people here in Denmark would be doing, they earn substantially less, which is a deal that you can get for 10 years or something like that, or 8 years, I don't remember. But it's something that you can do when your first job in Denmark is as a highly paid expat. So good for this person, looks nice. Then moving to another technical job. So this is a web designer that has 9 years of experience and works in Copenhagen and earns 50,000. And that gives you 30,000 or a bit more than 30,000 in hand. Again, I'm just rambling through this as well. Like, you can have multiple people with the same salary and a different thing that gets into the in hand, because there's different tax deductions. For example, I have one myself. I have a house and I own a mortgage, and because of the mortgage, you get deduction on the interest on the mortgage. So then, for example, so there are things like this that make this number look different. Again, roughly same ballpark, but you can actually get substantial deductions. For example, if you have to commute very long to go to work, and so on. Or if you have children, you also get some money on top of things. So anyway, this is a special consultant with 9 years of experience, something with economy, and then 45,000, and I don't know what this is, but means that in total his or her salary is close to 48,000 and gets again close to 30,000 in hand. Moving on, so online marketing, 9 years of experience and gets 30,000, and again a bit under 20,000 in hand. Again, there's always a lot of comments. I just don't gonna deep dive in any of these people yet, or maybe in the comments of the video, but again, you're gonna get that perspective. Now, someone who gives with 3 years of experience advice on pension and starts at 52,000 for 3 years of experience. I mean, that's pretty neat. And again, in hand, 33,000. Next up, we have someone working as a finance manager with 10 years of experience. It started here, it says, with 22,500, like when it started as a trainee, and now like works 40 to 42 hours a week and gets, as you can see here, 63K, and then in hand 36 something K. Plus, some of them, they actually show that this company has a pension, and I don't know if the pension is included, but anyway, you can see in the salaries where people get on top of their base salary a pension as well, or some other benefits. They normally put it out as well. 20-year client advisor on cybersecurity. So this is someone who is 20 years old, earns, as you can see here, 31, close to 32,000 in hand, which as a 20-year-old, it's not as bad, right? So this one was interesting, actually. So someone who has a YouTube channel with close to 93,000, I guess close to 100,000 now, almost 5 million views, 4 years on YouTube. They have earned $15,000 with this, which, wow. I'm thinking here as a YouTuber that at the moment I'm recording this, I'm like 6,000 subscribers. This is quite low. So again, if you ever want to open a YouTube channel, the YouTube ads are great if you have a humongous channel, but unless you get a lot of views, you're never gonna get so much money on this. So I, for example, would recommend a lot of people to sell courses or be affiliate relationships or whatever. You can earn more money. But again, kudos to this guy, has a much bigger YouTube channel than mine. Anyway, but it's actually good to see how much people earn in different things. Sustainability manager with 3 years of experience. So that's a wage of 53,500 and in hand 30-something thousand, which I think we see a pattern now. A lot of people are earning on the 50,000 range and then get around 30,000 in hand. And again, this depends a lot on the different experiences and where do they work and so on. There's a lot of different things. For example, this person also has telephone part of this. So always a massage as well. So you see different things that you get as part of working in different companies. Okay. After leather engineer, 1 year in a role. So this person has 15 years of experience. Is a like chief or an engineer leader within a specific section of a company, and earns a nice 77,000, and then gets 10,000 on a car. So like the thing with cars in Denmark is that, of course, the company can pay you the car, but then you are going to pay this. I mean, this is going to be considered as part of your salary, so you're going to be paying taxes on this. And that's a lot of money for a car. So I must have been having a really nice car. But again, you'll have to pay for it. So, and you see here what they get paid out is 32,000, which doesn't sound right. I guess when you explain things here, you can actually see what's going on here. But again, normally when you have a salary like this, you'll get more in hand. 38,000, sorry. Yeah, here, 38,000. So that sounds more reasonable. Still relatively low for that level of salary. But again, we'll see. Maybe it's a car. Then someone was a project manager in corporate strategy with 3 years of experience. They couldn't manage to put the thing, so I open it here. So it was a fixed salary of 56,700 with internet allowance of 500. That's what you need to think sometimes, guys. If you want to get an internet allowance on your house for 500 krona as benefits, you're better off buying something like Hyper.dk that's going to cost you half of that, and it's going to be faster most likely. So Denmark taxes all these benefits. You think you're getting good stuff, but you don't. So watch out. And gets 32,000 almost. Okay. Now, someone shares this bonus. So this is a business controller with 8 years of experience and has a salary of 56,000 or 57,000 almost, and then a bonus of 120,000. And it was a bonus month. It explains here the bonus can be up to 20% of their salary, which is nice. And then it got in his or her account 92,000, which, oh, nice. What do you do with so much money? I don't know. I would travel as I do, but no, it's nice to see people earning well. Business analyst with 5 years of experience. So this is, imagine a prototypical business school graduate, can Merck, 5 years of experience, 34,500 and gets 22,000 in hand. Just need to watch out that I know that some graduate programs pay a bit more than that when you don't have experience. So, but anyway, so this is interesting. This is a teacher, so a pedagogue. I don't know what type of pedagogue it is, meaning if it's a kindergarten or a school teacher, but they have a wage of 27, almost 28,000, and they get in hand under 20,000, which you're thinking like that's sometimes why it's so hard to find teachers for the kindergartens and so on, because other jobs seem to be paying a lot more. Now, customer success manager with 4 years of experience. The person is 30 years old and earns 42,000, and then gets in hand 23 and something thousand. Okay, almost done. So this is a special consultant for Can Merck Paul, 6 hours of experience, and that's a 43,000 almost. And then they get in like a total salary actually of 49, and in hand, does it say? Yeah, here. 31 and something a bit more. So as you see, a lot of people in Denmark earn this between the 30 to 35,000 range, assuming they have a experience and a good job. Team leader who's responsible for 4 operators, and this person has a 34,000 salary and ends up with 25 almost in hand at the end of the month. And now, a few last ones. I saved the one with 100,000 for a bit more. So this is someone who gives advice, engineer, 5 years of experience, due diligence focus, that's close to 50,000 and then 30-something thousand. So again, you can see how many different people in different jobs earn on that range. And yeah, so this is someone who works as a blockchain developer with an American company working fully remote, gets a nice salary of 134,000. And in hand 83 something or 84,000 even. And this person was explaining that he actually works, or he or she works for an American company, which no, actually for that money I wouldn't mind either. So it's very nice. And just to note as well, there's this website called Midlon. There was a guy actually posting it in Reddit where he or she was also putting different payslips for different companies, so you can actually see what they earn. So that's the things I have put together. But again, when you go to Reddit, there's even a lot more. So again, like I just will scratch the surface here. You have a lot of even for people that work on trades and not just in companies. Now, before I close, I want to stress that Denmark has an incredible work-life balance, which means that in practice, the number of hours that you work are low, relatively speaking. And that can help you to have a very high actual per hour worked salary. And I will expand more on this in this video over here, which I recommend you to watch next.